chocolate milk. Top of the second, Mets were trailing 1-0. Al Leiter dealing to Reed Cornelius with the rain falling, and the Leiter pitch sails to the backstop as the rain picks up. The umpire, John Shulock, says he's seen enough, but the Mets official says continue playing. The grounds crew, they don't know what to do. Who do we listen to? Of course you listen to the umpire. Once the game starts, it's in their hands. Shulock finally would get his way. After a 33-minute delay, the clouds clear and play resumes, and so too do the Mets. Benny Agbayani, the breaking ball breaks into the bullpen. Agbayani's fifth home run, Mets at a 2-1 lead. 3 batters later, Mike Piazza shoots one to left. Melvin Mora coming around to score. The Mets at a 3-1 lead. More on the Piazza RBI in just a bit. Bottom of the 6th, Mets at a 4-3 lead. Mark Johnson with one on, and Johnson lifts one up and out. Mets at a 6-3 lead. Johnson's first home run in the bigs since June 8th of '97. Get the apple up there. Mets up 9-3. Here's Mora again. Mora will run the bases, but he can take his time as he hits it out. Third home run of the inning for the Mets. They go on to a 10-5 win.
First place, St. Louis, 8.5 games back. Reds seemingly on the verge of mutiny. After Sunday's 5-4 loss to San Diego, Barry Larkin ripped his teammates for lack of effort. GM Jim Bowden threatened to get rid of the players who aren't playing hard, but he did give manager Jack McKeon a vote of confidence. We all know what that could mean. Game 1 of the series from Cincinnati, and only the Orioles have a worse record in June than the Reds. Pitching's been the biggest problem for Cincy, a staff ERA of 5.67 since June the 1st. So, Reds against Mark McGwire and the Cards. Ken Griffey Jr. trying to get his team closer in the division race. Big Mac here in the top of the first. Denny Nagel strikes him out. Runners going. J.D. Drew out on the double play. In the bottom of the first, it's Ken Griffey Jr. coming up, a runner on first. The game is scoreless. Garrett Stevenson has had a rough month. And here, Jr., number 23 on the year. And just like that, it is 2-0 in favor of the Reds.
So watch McGwire. I mean, he knows how important this is. He also knows this is a no-doubter, but knows what a jump start this was for the Reds.
Top 4. McGwire goes down again on strikes. Next man up, Eric Davis. Eric Davis' last home run came on May 7th against Nagel, and he goes deep off Nagel again. 2-run shot. Just like that, we're tied at 2. Bottom 5, Dimitri Young down the right field line, and that one's gone. So the Reds back in front. 9th homer of the year for Young. It's 3-2 Cincy. Top of the 7th now. Nagel in some trouble. Ray, bases loaded.
Yeah, and he comes out and makes a real good pitch right here, a changeup down. Denny Nagel's one of the guys that makes you look for his changeup. He's so effective with it. You saw McGwire frozen in that first inning, looking for the changeup, and he blew the fastball right by him. Nice little pitcher.
Top 8, Danny Graves on for the Reds. McGwire up, runner on. Cards still down 3-2. First pitch of the sequence to third, Aaron Boone to Pokey Reese. And the force is made. Bottom 8, Dante Bichette's on third. Sean Casey's on second. There are 2 outs. Pokey Reese down the right field line. Eric Davis. Great catch. One-time Red does in the Reds. Last chance now for the Cards, top 9. Ray Lankford pinch hitting. Grounds out weakly to second. And the Reds take game 1 of the 4-game set, 3-2. Only their 5th win in the last 19. They're now 7.5 games behind the Cards. Garrett Stevenson, the pitcher of the month for the National League in May, now 1-4 in June. Denny Nagel the win. He went 7 2/3, while Danny Graves got his 11th save of the year.
You want the momentum on your side in a 4-game series against the first-place team, the team that you're chasing. So this win was really big. Hopefully, we can carry the momentum onto tomorrow. You know, you don't want to sit here and get too excited about this win. It was a great win, but tomorrow's a whole new ball game. It starts over 0-0 in the first inning.
And the one thing I didn't want to happen was us to get so out of it that all of a sudden, you know, my name starts going around in trade rumors again and stuff like that. I said that last night. I'll say it again. You know, I mean, we came so close last year. I want to be around to give it another go this year and try to make a run at it and get to the postseason.
So, guys, the Reds with a critical win in the first game of the 4-game series. Ray, do you think, though, that the Cards can be caught?
It's going to be tough to catch. We talked about it a little earlier. The Reds have a nice ball club. They've struggled with 3 or 4 hitters not getting off to a good start. And as Peter mentioned, that pitching staff, awful, except really for Nagel. But the Cardinals, they have really put together a very special group here, I think. Edmonds been a big acquisition, but the big thing that has happened lately, Matt Morris came back, Alan Bennis came back to an already solid pitching staff. Veras has closed, done a great job for this ball club. Tony La Russa really likes his chances. I spoke with him early in the year, and he really liked the team right after Tatis went out. He said, if we can stay close to Tatis gets back, we're going to be fine, and get Matt Morris back and Andy Bennis back. They got them back. Tatis is coming back probably Friday. It's going to be a tough team to catch.
Peter, Denny Nagel says he doesn't want to get traded, but just because he won this one doesn't mean he's off the trading block, does it?
Well, he'll be on the trading block at the end of July if the Reds don't do well in this stretch of 10 days when they play the Cardinals, go to Arizona, then go to St. Louis. But it's a team certainly capable of turning around, and the most important thing starts with the starting pitching. Nagel's now 6-2, but their starting pitching, 22-27, an ERA right around 5. They have to get that down to the 450 range, but there's a possibility they can do it. I mean, because they hope to get Pete Harnisch back on Friday. Nagel's starting to pitch very well. They just need a few more innings. They need Vallone to be a little bit more consistent, and you know that Jim Bowden is going to make a deal for a pitcher if they're in it. So this starting pitching, remember, they changed over almost their entire rotation last year from what started the year to what finished the year and got them right down to that playoff game with the Mets. They're certainly capable of doing the same thing this year, but it starts with the pitching.
And talking about the starting pitching, the bullpen, big lift in this one from Danny Graves, now has 11 saves on the year.
And they need to get some rest for those relievers. The starters have got to take the heat off the relievers because those guys are pitching too many innings. We have 3 relievers on track to pitch over 100 innings. It's not going to work.
Already up 1-0, Berber facing Juan Gonzalez. And you know what? Gonzalez was so devastated about not becoming a Yankee, not being traded there. He went 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. He's hitting now .270. Triple for him there, giving the Tigers a 2-0 lead. Bottom 4 now is 4-1 Tigers. Brian Moeller against Richie Sexson. That's a rip. Through Halter's legs, Sexson. Trying to leg out a double, but I think one too many Snickers bars. Gets tagged out at second. Top of the 6th, same score, Berber facing Tony Clark. Tony, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, is hitting .234. Trying to add to the demolition. 2 batters later, juiced. Bases full for Juan Encarnacion. Gonzalez and Tony Clark would score on that. 4 hits for Juan, the other Juan, .298, 6-1 lead. Juan Encarnacion hitting .298. And then Danny Patterson facing Roberto Alomar. Einar Diaz will try to score from second. Diaz gunned down. All Tigers, though, up 10-2. Alan Newman facing Tony Clark with a man on, and Clark simply Jimmy Jacks it. A 2-run home run. 12-2 there. The final would be 13-2. Tony Clark went 3 for 5 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Again, Twins' new CEO, though, says he's going to sign the free agent to be rather than deal him. But Radke's agent told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune last week his client would get a lot more money if he doesn't sign anything until after the season ends. Right now, all Radke wanted was to avoid becoming the league's first 10-game loser. Angels was the opponent. They were 5 games out in the West. That's a happy fan, I think. Bases full for Benji Molina, hard grounder. Christian Guzman says, don't even go there. And that ends the inning on that nice play. Top of the 2nd, still no score. 2 men on for Denny Hocking. Hocking, good placement. Off of Gerard Washburn, Ron Coomer and Midre Cummings would score. It's a 2-run single for Hocking, 2-0 Minnesota. Next batter, Chad Moeller. Moeller. Opposite way, Hocking would score. Twins playing little ball quite nicely, 3-0 Minnesota. And then they changed their strategy a bit, and the Twins would play some big ball. Matt Lawton, so money, and he doesn't even know it. His 4th home run came off of Washburn, 6-0 Twins. Next batter, Ron Coomer. Says to Washburn, it's not you, it is all me. His 10th of the year. Rough outing, obviously, for Washburn, 7-0 score. Bottom 5 now, some defense from the Twins. The test provided by Justin Bachman, the looper. No worries, Lawton all over it. Tom Kelly's team cruising to a 10-6 victory. What about Brad Radke? I know you're wondering. He allows 2 runs and 6 hits in 6 innings to help the Twins manage a split against Anaheim.
Opening up a series in Arizona. They wouldn't have to deal with Matt Williams back on the DL, speaking of injuries, but they did have to deal with Williams' replacement. Say hi to Danny Clausen. the other way. Solo shot off Octavio Hotel in the 5th. Clausen's second homer of the season. Tough night for Moises Alou out and left. Tony Womack fouls one down the left field line. Alou gives you the chase, but he can't make the catch. Alou thinks he should have had it, and I do too. In the bottom of the 6th, here's Luis Gonzalez. He drives one to left. Alou will get back to the wall, go up, but can't bring it back. 2-1 D-backs on Gonzalez's 17th homer of the season. Take another look at it. Alou leaps and comes down with napkins or toilet tissue in that case. Still in the 6th, D-backs leading 3-1 with a man on second. Damian Miller lines it to left. Alou the leap and off his glove. Alou continues to struggle, as do the Astros. Bottom of the 8th, Alex Cabrera pinch hitting in his major league debut, and he deserves a get out of town, and he means it. 6-1 D-backs on the home run by Cabrera in his first major league at-bat. And the Diamondbacks defeat the Astros by a score of 6-1. What a night for the Arizona newcomers. Cabrera hit .382 with 35 homers in just 53 AA games. And Clausen, you saw, had a home run and an RBI single just one day after being recalled to replace Matt Williams. The Astros have dropped 9 of 11, while Arizona has improved to 20-6 in their last 26 home games. The Giants and the Rockies, first inning. Kirk Reeder in trouble. He's down 1-0. Jeffrey Hammond's at the plate, and the base is loaded. Rips a hit up the middle. Larry Walker and Jeff Cirillo come in and score. It was 3-0 Rocks. Reeder would leave after the first with a bruised ankle. Top of the 3rd, it's 5-3. Jeff Kent back to Rolando Araujo. Really took his head off. Bill Miller scores, making it 5-4. That's Jeff Kent's 72nd RBI. He leads the National League. Giants tied at 5. Here's the bottom of the 4th. Jeff Cirillo with a man on second. He finds the gap. Larry Walker showing off the wheels. And he would score all the way from first, standing up on the double for Cirillo. Rockies go up 6-5 at that point. They would tack a bunch on more. 15-6. The Rockies with the 15 runs in the game. Hershiser and the Dodgers trying to stop singing the blues. They've lost 2 in a row. Facing Brett Boone in the top of the 2nd, right down the middle, and it's right out of the yard. Boone's 13th homer, 2-1 Padres. 3-1 now. First and second, nobody out. Same inning. Infielders are in. Corners anticipating the bunt by pitcher Brian Meadows. And they run the double steal successfully, putting both runners in scoring position. That's good execution. 2 batters later, Ed Sprague deep to straightaway center. Todd Hollandsworth back to the wall, times his jump, makes a great catch. Only 1 run scores off the effort by Hollandsworth. 5-1 Padres. Hershiser facing Ryan Klesko. Some control problems. Klesko would be okay. He's awarded first base. 2 batters later, bases are full. It's 5-1. Davey nervously sticking with Hershiser against Boone. And Boone lines the pitch. Well, he stays in the park to left center. Goes to the wall. All 3 Padres come in to score. And Davey finally has to go out and get Oral. 8-1 Padres. They go on to win by a score.